Hi there, happy forenoon to everybody on this lovely day of Saturn. Just finished another session there in the garage, training away, and obviously it isn't just for physical, but it's for like mental as well as spiritual health. So we all need to keep ourselves occupied like that. But I just want to make a quick video about the way that banks create credit, or what you might call money. So a lot of people were saying like, oh look, if you've got yourself a debt, then just pay your debts, pay what you actually owe. But they're not getting the actual gist of the whole point that we're making. You do not borrow money. It's impossible, right? Money does not exist. The only thing that you have is credit and a fiat monetary system. It's not money. The only thing you could actually say was money would be like precious metals, gold, silver, etc. That's real money, always has been, always will be. However, right, a pound, a dollar, a euro, that is not money. That is fiat currency. And fiat currency means it's got absolutely no value whatsoever. So banks themselves, and you can look at the videos and explanations from Professor Richard Werner, when he's talking about credit creation and securities. Banks, their business is only buying and selling securities. That's it. They do not lend money to people. All right. So the thing is, when they actually, you sign what you believe would be even a mortgage contract, you're not signing to actually borrow money. You're actually creating a financial instrument, a security instrument. And then the bank take that security instrument, because it now has a fiat cash value because you've actually signed it, and then they deposit that into their accounts as an asset for them. So that's how they do it. And then that form, right, the security instrument, they actually do what they call securitize. That means that they sell it again, which is actually not very lawful or legal, but that's what they do. So the original contractor, if you want to call it that, or the loan application, whatever it is, even if it was a credit card application, it's actually a security instrument, and you've created it and you've actually given it value by signing it. Then they take it as a security, they deposit as a cash value, a fiat cash value, into their accounts, and then they sell that security agreement. They securitize it, it's called. It's actually not that hard if you do a bit of research to find it, and the banks will tell you all the time. Even the banks, or the governors of the Bank of England, will tell you that they create credit all the time with their customers, with your signature. That's how they do it. They create credit. And then the credit they pass on just through, well, now they just do it with computers, don't they? Just like a couple of clicks of a button, and then it looks as if there's money in your account. It's all just fiat currency moving around, which has absolutely no value whatsoever. I mean, it's not backed with gold. It's not backed with anything whatsoever. The actual pound, right, and the euro, and most other currencies actually, are backed by the US dollar. And it has always been since 1944 Bretton Woods Agreement. And the dollar was backed initially by gold, but then they got rid of it in 1971, good old Richard Nixon, and it's backed by absolutely nothing. There is no value in it whatsoever. And under the attack that they're under now with the US dollar, all orchestrated, all set up and ready to crash the entire financial system, the fiat currency system will all return to its actual real value, which is a big round number, 0. So just keep that in mind. You are not borrowing money. The banks do not lend anything to anyone. You create the credit, and then the credit moves around. So you have never borrowed anything. You created it. So if you actually think about it, you created that credit. The banks took it without your permission or without your knowledge. They deposited it into their account and kept it. Does that not sound like theft to you? Now, if we did that and we took the bank's credit and put it into our account, or kept something of theirs, then we would actually be going to prison. So, you haven't borrowed money. You are not in debt. And a debt collector is actually collecting on something that could never, ever be proven. How could they prove that you actually borrowed money when you never ever did? The contracts are not there. The paperwork is not there. They cannot find the actual original contract or the original security instrument, what it truly is, because they've sold it many times and nobody knows where it is. So, you know, in banking law, it's not really law, is it? But we'll call it that because I know that you all comprehend that term. In banking law, when you discharge or pay back any debt, they have to return the original instrument to you, the original security instrument. They have to return it when you've repaid the loan. Does that ever happen? Of course not, because they've sold it and securitized it. I bet you didn't even know they were supposed to do that. So at any time that somebody was actually wanting you and demanding, you know, you have to repay this loan, say, yeah, no problem. Return to me my security instrument and I'll pay that off. Absolutely no problem. Right? Just promise to do that. Because everything that they're all doing is all a promise to pay anyway. You just do it back. So yes, I get the cognitive dissonance, and it's scary saying, well, you know, you must have borrowed money because this is the program, because you've all been done since your 12 years of indoctrination camps, or some people might call it school, and everything on the TV indoctrinating and programming you to believe these ridiculous things. Life is not what you think. The world is not what you think. It's actually a lot more scary and worse. All right, but I just like bear that in mind. Okay, if you want to pay your debts back, what you call your debts, fair enough, you do it, all right? But do your research first and actually find out what we're talking about, and then you can talk about should you be paying things back or not. Take care.